Just give me my money. 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 Y'all share the live. We about to get into story time. My angels, the Most High God, the Creator, wants me to go ahead and share with you guys my story. Okay, and I may miss some things. Okay, I may miss some things, but this is going to enlighten a lot of other individuals. So, not only am I going to share with you guys my story, okay, it's going to help a lot of other individuals. Okay, I am being called to go ahead and do so. Just give me my money. Just give me my money. Okay, so I'm gonna start, and whoever pops in. You guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Okay, that has tapped in and tuned in here. And then we may do like a mini collective confirmation. Then we may do like a mini collective after. So, where shall I start? Let's start at the beginning. Okay, the beginning of time in Earth World. This one time in Earth World. Okay, this one time in Earth World. Yeah, this is for all the healers. This is for all the chosen seeds. This is for all like the people that have like powers, like good energy, great energy, vibes be high. Okay, because I know if I went through this, I know that I'm not the only one that went through this or is going through this. I appreciate you, love. Okay, y'all, don't be afraid to donate. Tip your girl. Okay, do not be afraid to subscribe. Yellow star. Okay, you guys follow. All right, follow my other socials. Things like that. But it is time to go ahead and expose this. I know for some of you guys, I have been sharing it here and there as I do collectives. But this is strictly story time. Okay, and then we may do a collective in the midst after, however spirit guides me to do so. Okay, you guys click the link. When you go to the link, click the link in the bio, and all the payment options are there, whether you want a reading on the live, okay, or off of the live, or if you want to donate to me. Okay, I do appreciate you guys for the follows, for the gifts. Okay, for y'all tapping in and tuning in. Okay, beginning of time. So, when I was a child, and it's 1, 2, 3, so this is divine order. All right, that's why I told you, spirit led me, my ancestors, my spiritual guides, the Most High God. This is divine order right here and right now. Okay, so they already trying to mess with the throat chakra, y'all. They already trying to mess with the throat chakra. Hold on. Okay, let's get the water. They don't want me to speak, but we gonna speak it, and then two, spirit is activating my throat chakra as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so as y'all know, I am gifted. Okay, 444. See, divine protection. I told you, I am gifted, and I've been gifted since a child. I everything happens for a reason. I'm gonna say that, to put us in place, for us to understand and to understand who we truly are and what we truly are. Okay, especially for those of us that don't truly understand. But when I was a child, I was bullied. Okay, by my first, I was adopted. Okay, I want to say that I was adopted. Well, I think that I thought I was, right. And they stole me. Okay, we moved around a lot. Once my father came to get my brother, okay, my biological brother, he was gonna come back and get me and my other brother. And I remember this like yesterday, okay? And when the lady found out, my adopted parent, when she found out that my father was coming to get us, we moved, okay? And it was specifically to so my father couldn't find me, right? But I had other family members that was biological to me that was working with this lady to keep us hidden. Okay, so my father couldn't get us. Now, so I was bullied as a child by the people that was in the house, by my adopted siblings. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay, they tried to outcast me a lot, talked about me, wished things over me, upon me. Now I had got the name Mana, right? One of my brothers, one of my adopted brothers gave me the nickname Mana, and I didn't look it up until I was older. And something just guided me, something just told me, look the name up, right? But this was like guidance to who I was, as who I am, okay? Now, long story short, I didn't know why my adopted dad used to always do this, but this was like humiliation magic, right? This was like humiliation. I was a child, but I knew what was going on. He used to always say, "Oh, these are my adopted three children. These are my adopted three children," to try to like humiliate us, like, you know what I'm saying? But he would do it in a way where it was of the light, okay? But it wasn't as if he was happy, right? As if it was like of the light, and it wasn't of the light. It was to make us feel some kind of way, right? I wish I had the picture. I don't know where the picture is at. But there was this picture that was taken. We was at church one time, and there was this picture that was taken, and I was sitting in the middle, and I had M&Ms in my hand, and I was crying. I was always crying, y'all. As a kid, I was always crying, always crying. Because if you know, like us gifted children, we're like, I'm an empath. So, and I was young, y'all. Like I was really young. And when you know something is happening to you, and when you know something is done to you, your gifts are just gonna, they're gonna explode. They're just gonna come out. And so I knew that I was being attacked, right? But I didn't know, because I was a child, I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know how to express really, or to even understand what was truly going on. And in this picture, one of my adopted brothers was trying to take my M&Ms. So it was like he was trying to send a message like, yeah, we stealing her. We taking her shit. You feel me? We stealing from her. And the M&Ms, it was the yellow bag, my favorite M&Ms, yellow bag, and the light. And and with M&Ms, it has a lot of colors to them, and that's me, right? And they were showing a message. It was like they was trying to send a message in the picture, because someone took the picture like that. Like the picture is me crying and my brother stealing my M&Ms, right? Trying to take my M&Ms, like, yeah, we taking from her. You know, now, not only that, right? So, long story short, come to find out that the adopted parents was trying to give my destiny to their real child, right? To their real daughter. They had three children, and they had one daughter and two boys. And they were trying to destiny swap. They were trying to give my destiny to their daughter. And in this house, you guys, it's like they would try to make me feel low, right? And then steal from me, take my light, my destiny, things like that. And they would try to like swap, like try to make me feel low, push me down, still, and that's like stealing my energy. and then stealing my energy, and then they're taking it. And so I guess because I am protected, it's like they try to spread it out, right? So then they try to give it to one son, then the other son, and then the daughter, and all of these things. Now I walk a certain way, okay, and it's just my natural walk, and I've been getting this since I was a child. Like, why do you walk like that? Why do you walk like that? But this was from the people that was like jealous of me, right? This was from the people that tried to make it seem like something was wrong with me, and nothing was wrong with me. I just personally have this demeanor to me, right? And here they go trying to shut me up, y'all. And so come to find out, I told y'all I remember going to this place as a child, and my adopted father took me there, and it was this lady's house, and it was dark in there. She had candles lit, incense burning. So the only light that was on was the candles. Now, mind you, as a child, and I still remember this, like, clear as day. Now, as a child, I wouldn't have understood what that was. But God brought it back to me as, you know, God was revealing certain things to me. I knew nothing about witchcraft. I knew nothing about voodoo. I knew nothing about destiny swapping. I knew nothing about none of that, right? And they used to go on trips and things like that and leave us behind and stuff like that. Then they stopped celebrating my birthday, okay? And then they used to create an illusion that we used to go out of town to celebrate my birthday, but we never celebrated my birthday out of town, never got a cake, nothing that, right? But they were going out of town for the holiday. It was a holiday, okay, for the holidays or whatever like that. It's a holiday before my birthday. My birthday is September 10th, okay, but it's a holiday before my birthday or something like Memorial Day or something like that, and they used to create an illusion that they were taking me to this place, and they were not taking me anywhere, okay. It was a family trip, okay, 133. And they tried to destiny swap me, okay, talked about me, humiliated me, cut my hair a lot, wished upon me, called me evil, all of these things, tried to tell me my hair wouldn't grow, just all of these like antics, right? And I'm not gonna share too much about that side of things, okay? I was sexually abused as well, okay, in that house. I was sexually abused while I was with these people. I got good grades in school. Okay, I graduated with high honors. I gained a academic scholarship and scholarships for basketball. I played basketball, and the lady, she did not want me to go to neither of the schools that I had an academic scholarship, which was free, right? And then the basketball scholarships, which was free, okay? And I was supposed to go to Cali, and my brother, he was already living in Cali, and I asked him to go check the school out, and he was like, it's good, yes, come out here. He was excited for me. But the adopted parent mother, she didn't know nothing about this. Like, she didn't know that I already contacted him and things like that. And so when I went to go ask her about it, she was like, no, it's not a good neighborhood. She told me the total opposite of what my brother told me. Okay, what my foster brother told me. And I was like, okay, that's weird, right? So my first year of college, I went to the school that she wanted me to go to. Okay. And I come to find out that she only wanted me to go to the school for money, right? Which is still on my credit to this day. Okay, tricked us into signing some things or whatever like that. And then when she got the money, I got nothing, right? I wanted a car. Okay, when she got the money, I wanted a car. And I got nothing. Okay, she just wanted the money. And so when I figured that out and I found that out, and I'm just like, no, like, no more stopping me, no more like pushing me back, no more holding me back, no more taking from me. And so I went to her and I was like, I just think it's best for me to go to this school. It was Governor State, and where was that at? Where is Governor State at? It's close to like Chicago Heights or whatever like that. And so I told her, I say, I just think that it's best for me to go to this school because it's better for my career. It's good. They just built the school, so it was fresh. I was gonna live on dorms, things like that. And the school was only like 30 minutes away from where we lived. So she agreed to it, right? So she played a trick on me. She agreed to it, and she signed my FAFSA or whatever like that. And I was going to live on a dorms because I just felt like it was better because my little brother, he's my biological brother, he was living in like a dungeon kind of. His room was like in a dungeon and I had to share rooms with my other adopted sister, and I didn't like it because we were two opposites and stuff like that. But he was living where the furnace was at, and mind you, my brother, he has asthma, really bad. He had asthma really bad and stuff like that. And he had a twin size bed. It was tucked off in the corner, but he was in the room. He was in the laundry room, like where the washer and dryer was at, and where the furnace was at. And then there was a back door, so the dogs coming in and out and things like that. So it was like really small, like it wasn't a room at all. Like it wasn't, he just had a bed in the laundry room. Oh, and before that, y'all, this lady one day, she chased me around the house, her and her kid, her and her daughter, and the other adopted daughter, chased me around the house with a needle, trying to get blood from me. And I ran through the house. Ran through the house. Ran through the house. I don't know what they were trying to do to me, and I screamed because I don't like needles and stuff like that. But they were trying to get some blood from me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that's another thing. Spirit wanted me to share that. But she always kind of like kept us in like certain rooms, like dungeons. I don't know. It was weird, and I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like it. But so back to what I was saying. So yeah, the school, blah 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 blah. And so she agreed to it. She did my FAFSA because you have to have a parent or whatever like that. So long story short, I went to the school. Now, as I'm getting all of my stuff, so before that, because I was working. So not only was I working, but I was also going to school, and then I was background dancing for my adopted sister. She used to do shows and things like that. And so I used to have to, came home to practice, and it used to be 12. So I went to school from 8 to like 3 or 4. Right after school, literally, I used to go home, get dressed for work, go to work. I got off work at like 12, 11. And then I used to have to come home to practice or whatever like that. So then they started playing with my time, and I started noticing what they were doing. Okay. So they was like wasting my time. So I kind of like said, you know what, I'm done with it. And so I went to school, and and because it was something it was something else I wanted to. Okay, so before that, she cooked one day, and something was off, but it was only my plate. Okay, it was only my plate. Something was off. She tried to put something in my food, and I tasted it, and it tasted real off. I don't know what she was trying to put in my food or whatever the case was, and it tasted real off. So I'm like, she is like, she knew what she did. She knew what she did, and she was like, it don't taste right. Do it, like, it don't taste right, right? So she took it off my plate. I guess she was just waiting for me to say something, or trying to create the illusion that she did something wrong with the food. Now, mind you, this lady cooks all the time, right? So nothing was never ever wrong with the food or nothing like that. But it was only my plate. She definitely tried to close my throat chakra up, okay, to the point where I had to like write letters to her, because it's just like, no, you're not gonna say this and then that's not what happened, or you're not gonna try to like bully me, or you know what I'm saying. And it's just like, I kind of like try to stand up for myself or whatever like that, because it's like, no, you're not gonna try to mind fuck me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna try to play mental games with me or whatever. And so that happened. Spirit is like telling me in and out, you know, remembering certain things in and out. So that happened too, and I'm probably like forgetting a lot of stuff, but it'll come up when Spirit wanted to. So that happened, and so she did. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, so the job, that's where we was going with it. So I was working. So my sister, she got kicked out the house, whatever. But that was my sister, so I'm like, I have to help her find somewhere to go. I just can't, and I had to go to work too at the time. So, but I went into work early to let my boss know, like, hey, we have some family issues right now, and I have to figure out something about my sister. But I came in early to let him know, so it wasn't even time for me to work. It wasn't even time for me to work. And he got mad and he fired me. Now, mind you, I've never missed a day. You know what I'm saying? One of the best, people. I'm the one that bring the people in. And I'm staying late nights cleaning and things like that. So he ended up firing me. And I kind of like turned up, you guys, because I was so like, you don't even understand what's going on in the house right now. It's not even time for me to be here. So long story short, I had to go get another job. So I ended up getting another job at Target. Now, Target at the time required, you to work every other Sunday. Every other Sunday. Now, we went to church. I would say it was abuse. Okay. I would say it was spiritual abuse. Literally went to church freaking like every day, because the stepfather at the time, he was a pastor or whatever, second services and things like that. Now, mind you, I had a car, we had a car. So there was no reason for me to be missing work. Now, the church was like 45 minutes away in Kankakee, and from where we stayed. So it was like an hour, 45 minutes away. And so they knew this, right? And they promised me. And then my stepfather's father, he used to always leave. So they used to always promise me, you're going to get to work. You're going to get to work. And this is before the college thing, right? So I'm going to say this before me going to the governor's state. So they used to always promise me, yeah, you will make it. You will make it. You will make it. And they took me one time, and then after that one time, they was playing all of these games. They was playing so many games for me to get to work and things like that, to stop me from getting to work. But I'm telling y'all, there was no reason for me to miss work. They just didn't want me to have money. They didn't want me to have finances. And then not only that, every piece of dime that I received, they hand was always out. They always needed something. But mind you, this lady, she was getting a check, which I didn't know nothing about. She was getting a check for all three of us in this house. And I didn't know that until one day God had led me. She told me to do something, and God led me, and I seen it in her drawer that she was getting checks for us. Now mind you, she never gave us money. She never gave us money. And then not only that, it was a point in time where I had to create clothes because I didn't have any. I used to have to take my jeans, cut them up just to have shorts for the summertime. Things like that, y'all. So, now mind you, her daughter had Jordans, name brand, Apple bottom. Her biological daughter, she had all of these things. New every time, new car. Every time something happened to her car, she get in a new car, and But we can have anything. Then not only that, while in the house, like I felt like a slave. I felt like a slave. Her three children never cleaned up. Her three children, her biological children, never cleaned up. They never cleaned up. It was just me and my other adopted sister. And then the other adopted sister, she was getting like kind of in a sense disrespectful or like just doing her own, So then she used to wake us up. Now mind you, I would clean the kitchen. I was the cleaner in the house. Like I was the cleaner in the house, you know. And one time I had a friend, my best friend at the time, we have the same name. And she was like, why every time, and I had kind of like a brother, that was like her cousin or whatever. And she was like, why every time we come over here, you cleaning? And it was just, I kind of like rolled my eyes because it's like, it's nothing I could do about it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing, Nope, I'm not going to cry, you guys. I'm not going to cry. Okay. So I'm like, it's nothing I really can do about it. I'm under, guardianship of these people or whatever like that. And I was a good kid. I was literally to me, I was a great kid. I just cried a lot. I cried a lot, and I just didn't allow certain things to happen, like the closing my throat chakra. I was depressed as well in the house because of the things, the sexual abuse and stuff like that was happening to me. But I always found the way to try to like uplift my spirits and things like that. She permed my hair. Oh, this is another thing too. So with my hair, now her daughter, long beautiful hair, no perm, no nothing. If anything, she just permed her edges. So one day I wanted to go natural because the perm she used to burn my scalp and things like that. And she used to burn my scalp, and I didn't like it. It burned, you know what I'm saying? And so she was like, no, your hair is too thick, and da-da-da. She like came up with every excuse not to allow me to go natural. Now, mind you, her daughter is natural. Like her biological daughter, natural hair. You get what I'm saying? Don't have perm. She used to take her time doing her hair and things like that. And, and then one day I asked her to do something. Like I wanted to do like gymnastics or something like that. And she was like, no. She was like, no, I did that with my 3 kids and all of that other stuff, blah, 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 whoop-de-woo, la, la, la. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's how I end up doing basketball or whatever. I just found love for basketball. And so she used to always cut my hair. This lady used to always cut my hair. But she never cut her daughter. Like, she used to always cut my hair. But then, mind y'all, they was going around talking about, oh, some people hair just don't grow and da-da-da-da-da and woo-de-woo-de-woo. It's like every time my hair used to grow, she used to cut it off. And I used to be like, but I was young, so I really didn't, I seen it, I noticed it, but I didn't really like, because they used to try to keep my gifts closed off, closed down. And that's one of the reasons why they permed my hair, was because your hair is your antennas, it's your wisdom, it's your knowledge. It's like, and so that happened. So, they played that game. That's why you don't allow everybody in your hair. You don't let everybody on your crown, touching your hair, doing your hair. Okay? Because people will try to do certain things. So that's another thing. So, back to the job thing. So, they used to play little tricks so that I would lose my job. It's like they didn't want me to have money. And every time I gained money, they used to try to take it from me. And it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money, and I didn't spend none of it. The only time I spent money was to fill up my tank, to eat sometimes. Okay, but I wasn't a splurger. I'm a big saver and things like that. But it's like every time I used to try to save money, things like, and I wasn't a liar. So it's like if I had money, like, and they needed it, I would always give it, and I guess that was just something that I had to learn, and so then they played that. I end up losing my job. I end up getting fired because I couldn't make the Sundays. But I had a car though. Me and my sister shared her car at the time, and it was just sitting there. Like the cars used to be left at home, like 3-4 cars in the driveway, left at the house. But I had my license, and then that's another thing, you guys. Okay, so when it was time to get my license, so for school, I went to Bremen High School, and they had classes for driving classes in school, like as a curriculum kind of thing, and so we did that or whatever. So got the permit or whatever like that, and she took forever to give us our license. She didn't even want us to have our license. So finally ended up getting a license or whatever. So I had a license to drive, and I was a good driver. I am a great driver. And so that happened or whatever. So they trying to stop me in each and every way possible. So then I go to school, right? So back to the governor state thing. So she agreed to it. She so-called did my FAFSA and things like that. But I guess I went to the school. So as we're packing up my stuff to go and to drop my stuff off, they're in a car, and she like, we moving or whatever like that. She on the phone and she talking about them moving and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, because they was going to go look at the house. They were going to go look at the house before they dropped me off. After they dropped me off. And I was like, no, I want to go see the house. I want to go see where we living at. And she was like, you not living here. You not a part of us no more. You not living. You going blase blah whoop de woo. I said, oh. I didn't fight it. I didn't argue. I knew what your intentions are. I knew what you were. I'm not, because I want to go to school. Because at the time, the other girl wasn't even staying in the house anymore. She had kicked her out. So the room upstairs would have been for my little brother, right? That was my whole concept. I wanted my brother out of that space. No one is supposed to live like that. You get what I'm saying? And so the room would have went to my brother. But she was like, oh, you're not a part of us anymore. This not your house. You're not living here. Da-da-da-da. Now, mind you, the school that I'm going to is literally 30 minutes away. So I'm like, okay. I didn't fight it. I didn't argue. I wasn't that type of child. You know what I'm saying? I was very obedient. I listened. One of the rules in the house was not to fight in the house. And I listened, okay? I was one of those children. I didn't like whoopings, okay? So I was kind of, in a sense, like a goody-goody two-shoe. I wasn't perfect, okay? Yes, I did some things that they felt like I shouldn't have, like going outside at certain times of the night to kick it, okay, because I needed a friend. I needed someone to talk to, but it was nothing more than that. Okay, I was just sitting outside talking, vibing, listening to music and stuff like that. And it was in front of my house, so it wasn't like I went anywhere. But that's like the only thing that I did for real. And then we used to have our little times where best friends used to come over, cousins used to come over, and we used to kick it. But then, so I go to school, y'all. So I go to school. So she said all of that or whatever like that. So I go to school and I'm excited. Got my computer, things like that, because you needed computers to go there and stuff. But they provided all of that for us. And I get there, and this was like around maybe September, August. So December comes, and well, before December comes, so I guess I still have some stuff at the house, because mind you, I'm thinking this is still my house, like this is still where I'm gonna be. So some of the stuff was still left, and so the pastor, the my stepdad at the time, he was a pastor. He came to the school one day. Now, mind you, I'm asleep. I got everybody knocking on my door. Some of the people I went to school with, I went to high school with type, or in grade school with. So some of them went to the same college as me. And I just get them knocking on the door, like they just knocking on the door, and I'm like, yo, what's up? What's going on here? And they like, your dad just came and he just like dropped off all your stuff. He was talking bad on your name and he was da 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 da. But y'all know they have to try to create this illusion that I was this bad kid, and things like that. So that's the kind of thing that they was trying to create, right? Talking to the officer or whatever like that. And they're like, yeah, he just dropped all your stuff off and da 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 da. So I'm embarrassed, like I'm freaking embarrassed. So many people watching it, so many people hearing him, so many people, and I'm just like, wow. Now, it was a time where I needed food and she didn't want to give me food. Like she used to put locks on the refrigerator, y'all. Let me tell y'all. This lady used to put locks on the refrigerator. But her children could eat. She used to put locks on the pantry, on the refrigerator. Okay? Claiming that, oh, the kitchen don't stay clean and da 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 da, woo 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 woo. But I know me. I know that I'm cleaning up. I know I clean the kitchen every night. So whoever goes in the kitchen after I clean up, that is not my fault. But she used to always try to like put it on us, and it's always the boys. The boys was in the kitchen, okay? The late night snackers, okay? But she used to lock the food up. So we going days without eating, or she trying to like, it's like, it was very humiliating, y'all. Like very, very, very humiliating. Like it was just like, it was crazy, right? So one day I was in college and I needed food. She didn't want to give me food. So her daughter came and brought me food, but her daughter also came to get a dress from me. Okay, she came to get one of my dresses from me to borrow, and she never brought the dress back, but I guess it was to do some of that stuff to it, you know. And then I didn't want to go to prom, and then she made me go to prom, and I didn't want to go to prom, whatever. And so I go to the school, and so me and her is not in contact. We're not in contact. And so one day, the people downstairs, they're like, we need this from your parent. And I'm like, well, I thought she handled all of that, because then I wouldn't be in this school. You get what I'm saying? So basically, she did something, she reneged, but she never told me. She never told me, and I went to school with one of my other adopted cousins. But she never told me. She never told me she reneged. She never told me. So I'm calling her. I'm calling the siblings and I'm telling them like, she needs to come and bring her ID and stuff like that. I'm telling her and they like, she did. I did, lying, just lying. I did. They just keep saying I did. So one day her mom calls me and her mom's like, I told her, not to do that to you. I told her to let you go to school. I told her not to do that. I told her. So it's like, okay, so they telling me one thing, but the mom knows the truth. She telling me you purposely did it, even though I knew that. You get what I'm saying? I knew you purposely did that. You get what I'm saying? And so, long story short, I get kicked out the school. I don't know where I'm gonna live. She kicked me out the house. I don't live there anymore. All of this other stuff, blah blah blah. So now I'm homeless. Don't know where I was gonna go. So I'm like, okay, I have to be forced to go to the army. So that's when I started looking at, the army and all of that other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then I ended up, so then that happened. Then I was trying to fill out for my link because when you go to college, you can get link. So come to find out, she was still getting food stamps from me. All the years and months and stuff like that, I didn't have food. I could have been, somebody came like, you can get link, like you're in college. And it's crazy because when I went to college, y'all, I had a job ready on spot. Oh, before that, okay, when I went to college, right? So they bought the girl a new car or whatever like that. I didn't get a new car. I wanted a new car. They didn't buy me a new car. They bought the other adopted girl a car. So I ended up getting or keeping the old car that we had or shared or whatever like that. And so something just mysteriously happened to my car right before it was meant for me to go to school. Okay, so I was gonna have my car. I had a job ready already at the Wendy's right up the street. So I would have been good for money. I would have been stacking. I would have been going to school. Like everything was going and flowing. So something magically just happened to my car. Oh, your transmission went out. Now, mind you, because I was working, I got taxes back, but they were trying to keep my taxes as well. Okay, they was trying to, and it's crazy how God works. Actually, it's amazing how God works. So one day I go get the mail, okay, but she was already looking out, watching for the mail. You get what I'm saying? It's like she knew what was coming in the mail, but I didn't know. It's first time working and stuff. Didn't know you get taxes back and all. I didn't even know nothing about no taxes. Okay, and so I go get the mail and there's mail with my name on it. And she like, get out here. I couldn't even open my own mail. You know what I'm saying? So I opened it up. I said, it got my name on it. And so my adopted brother, he was there. So he like, oh yeah, you work, you don't know you get taxes or whatever. But she was never gonna tell me that. She was never going to express that 1, 2, 3 again. Okay, so it was like she was like mad because she's like, dang it, why you had to say something? Like she was looking at her son like, dang it, why you had to say something? So she has no choice at this time but to give me the money. But then it was like, it was other people in the room too that didn't, friends and stuff like that didn't live with us. So she had to create this illusion that she wasn't trying to hold me back. And so I go cash it or whatever like that. Now, mind you, all of a sudden something mysteriously happened to my car. Oh, you need a new transmission. So they looking at me to pay for it all. Now, mind you, I just got the money. This is the little games they used to play. I just got the money. Okay, so now basically all that money is gone because I needed a new transmission, which was like $900, right? Almost $1,000. And then I had to pay for the car to get towed, which was like 60 something dollars. It wasn't much, right? But then the car gets fixed. So it was in the shop for some time. So the car get fixed and then all of a sudden the car still don't work. So they were working with, either took the money and was working with the mechanic. Okay, so y'all took the money, supposed to get a new transmission, didn't get a new transmission. So where did the money go? So then get the car out the shop, and they like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, let's just get the money back, right? Smart, right? Let's just get the money back, go to a new mechanic. So he like, no, like my stepdad like, no, I'm gonna just have, because his dad worked on cars and he kind of like worked on cars too. They knew about cars, so they was good with cars. And so he like, oh, I'm gonna just have my dad, me and my dad is gonna fix it. We're gonna put the transmission in or whatever like that. And he was like, you will have your car back ready before you go to school. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm like, okay, good, because they knew what was going on. So long story short, I didn't get the car back. The car was still hanging on a tree in the backyard of his father's house. Okay, never got the car back. They never fixed the car. None of that. It's probably still back there. No, they said somebody told me they junked it, but it was still. They never had true intentions on fixing the freaking car. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So they never had intentions on fixing my car. They was just trying to stop me from going to school. They was just trying to stop me. Um, so that happened with that. That happened with that. Okay. So back to, and I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff, y'all, but to sum it up. So back to the homeless and me figuring out like where I'm gonna go. Long story short, she still had me on the link, right? But didn't want to come feed me. Weird, right? So one of my aunties, because I had favorite cousins and stuff like that, and they used to come over like every weekend or something, or when they got the chance, because they stayed up the street. And her mom, they used to come send me plates sometimes. And then it's crazy because all of the mother and the sister of the mother came up to the school one day and was like, they just kept all saying like, I told her not to do that, but none of y'all helping me. Please make it make sense. None of y'all are helping me. But y'all know exactly what she's doing. But none of y'all are helping me. Okay? So then, and that was my thing. Like I was the type of kid. I was very nonchalant. Like I was just like whatever. Like, cause I knew how they operated. I knew how like they just full of BS. So it's just like none of y'all love me. None of y'all loved me for real. You get what I'm saying? I got it. I understand what being adoptive is. Y'all showed me that plenty of times that y'all didn't care for me. Y'all didn't love me. Y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? Very standoffish. Very, like I don't know, very real. Weird, didn't want me to have things, right? And then one day her sister said something to me like, oh, you ain't no better than the next one. You come from the same place, because she adopted kids too. You come from the same place they can. You ain't no better than nobody. And did it like saying wow, like y'all wow, just like wow stuff out the mouth. Now mind you, I had this condition when I was a kid where like I used to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks really bad. Like I couldn't, like every time, like when I cried, I used to have like these panic attacks. But it's because like when you're gifted, like that's like my gifts kicking in. Like something is wrong. Like they're really they're attacking you. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't understand it as a child, but they did, and I couldn't breathe a lot of the times, and all of this stuff. But so one day, her sister called herself trying to bully me or whatever, and I went into one of that mode, and she was like, "Dang, I forgot you had that." So I guess I had a condition and I didn't know about, and they probably was getting money for that too. Okay, who knows, right? But all of these people knew about what was going on with me, and nobody did anything. Oh, that's another thing. So rewind. So we went to Texas one time. And we went to Texas because the stepdad, he had to go preach out in Texas, you know. And they tried to give me to this man. They tried to give me to this man talking about I'm going to have my own room. He was dark skinned and tall. I remember they was like, I'll have my own room and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, what? I think I was like 16 or 15 or something like that. And I'm like, y'all must be out your mind. Like, really trying to give me to some man. Y'all. I don't know. A man I don't fracking know. Let's just think about that for a second. So I ran behind my brother and I'm just like, what? No, what? That's weird. So that was another thing that happened in the midst before I went to school and all that other stuff. So then y'all, because I had a boyfriend. Well, we had reconnected. He disappeared and then came back. Yeah, that kind of thing. And well, no. Okay, so then before that, the adopted sister tried to, like, I won't say sell or pass. She tried to like pimp me out to her boyfriend's brother. And so he ended up getting my number, and I'm like, who the freak is this? And all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. So they all was like working together to whatever, right? So we gonna get into it. We just gonna get into it. So I must have cussed her out, then cussed him out. Okay? Like, don't you ever in your life. First of all, I wasn't even into boys like that. No, I'm not. I don't like girls. Okay? I'm strictly, you get what I'm saying? But I wasn't boy crazy. Like, that was never me. I was all, like, I just had so much going on in my life. You get what I'm saying? I don't, but I love men. I love men. Don't get me wrong, I love men, but I wasn't boy crazy, and I'm still not that at all. Okay. And so I'm about to go to the army, and me and him talking on the phone, and I'm telling him like I'm finna go to the army. They just did this or whatever, blah blah blah. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and he like, you could come stay with me and my mom or whatever. I'm gonna see something or whatever like that. So long story short, I end up finding out that I ended up finding out that the lady stole, the link or whatever. She was still getting it. That's why I couldn't get it. All kind of crazy stuff, y'all. So, ended up going with his mom, staying at his mom's house or whatever. And his mom was pretty cool, you know. But then come to find out, y'all, that something had happened. They started working with this lady, or the lady lied to her or something like that. So then they started bullying me. They started attacking me. Like, I was the type of girl that stayed to myself, and it was this one time, y'all, where they was all at the table, and you know how people gossip and they do all of that stuff. I always go upstairs. Like, I don't like that type of stuff. Like, I don't like, to hear people talk about other people and stuff like that. I don't be liking all of that. So I used to always go upstairs. And she got mad one day. She got super mad one day. She was like, "Why every time we down here and we get to why do you always go upstairs?" I don't like that stuff. Like, I don't. That's low vibration. I don't like that. You know. But then, so I go to school. So I end up going to stay with his mom, right? So long story short, they ended up working with her and with them. Okay, whatever their intentions were, I called DCFS. Yes, I did. I called DCFS and I had let them know what was going on. Okay, what was going on with me and stuff like that. And then, cause you can still, like, DCFS, when you in the system and stuff like that, they can provide you a home. And so I called DCFS and they were supposed to call me back, never called me back or whatever like that. So long story short, I ended up moving from his mom's house to Iowa. And I don't know, they were just all working together. Okay. And if I missed something, if I skipped something, I'll try to go back to it. Now, the guy that I was with, he was working with them. I didn't know, right? He was working with them, y'all. And I was handling my own for. Now, I'm not gonna say he never helped. So I end up getting my own place. So I get to Iowa, stay with someone for about like 2 months, for like 2 months, and then got my own place, or we got our own place or whatever. And stayed there for like 3 years, right? So this is the first time I feel like no, the second time I experienced like racial, all of that racism stuff. The police started picking with us for no reason. And I guess it was because it's like she's a black girl, or they're black, and she has nothing on her background. She's squeaky clean. She's working. She got a job. And I guess they didn't like that. So they started trying to bully me in this town, the police, right? And so one day, y'all, and he was working. They was all working together, y'all. But it was to target me. So one day, somebody clipped the lights from the outside of our house. One day the lights just went out. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's the circuit, maybe it's the breaker. I turn the circuit on, turn the breaker on. Okay, it's not working. So I called the landlord, like, yeah, the lights went out, blah, 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 blah. He was like, okay, I'm gonna send someone over, and he said he sent somebody over, and we heard him out there, whatever, and he was like, somebody clipped y'all lights from the outside, which means it was tampered with. Like, somebody knew exactly where y'all live. Now, mind you, I don't got no friends. I don't kick it with nobody. It's just me and my person at the time, so it's like, I don't know. Now, mind you, it was neighbors and stuff like that was shooting beams in the house and stuff like that. And I made reports, and, because they aim in either beams or it was a gun. Right? And I'm seeing it. Every time I was in the kitchen, I'm seeing it and stuff like that. So made reports, and found out that they was really trying to do that to me. And I can't say something else, but I witnessed this guy doing something to his own brother. And because of how the police was acting towards me, I never said anything. I never said anything because of, when you get to speaking up, they try to put you in the raps too. They try to put you, as a victim or a suspect as well. So here we are with the police. I call the police. So he like, okay, we're going to wait till the morning or whatever like that. And I'm like, no, what the heck? Because he kept asking, do you got any enemies or whatever like that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Like, what? Like, no. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to call the police then. I'm going to make a police report. So I called the police, y'all. And when I called the police told me to hold on. Then they hung up the phone. So I'm like, what the heck? So I called them back. And they say, what happened again? I said, I could have been dead and gone already. I could have just been dead and gone already. Okay? So then they come and they try to flip the script, y'all. They try to flip the script on your girl. Okay? They tried to flip the script on me. Then, now mind you, they don't know. The police, they didn't know that I already called the landlord, right? So we already know that it's been clipped on the outside. So my first mistake was letting them in the house, right? This is where we learn. Okay, I let them in the house, which was no point for me to even let them in the house because what happened outside, right? And so then they tried to flip the script or whatever. The case ended up getting thrown out. All this, I'm not going to go too deep into that. But then the police tells me, no, it wasn't clipped on the outside or whatever like that. Nothing's wrong out there. So now ComEd comes and this what got me. So not only because when she said that, now I'm thinking like, okay, either the landlord is lying or y'all lying, right? So many lies thrown in the air. So then the ComEd person comes and was like, yeah, it was clipped from the outside. He like, yeah, somebody jacked that thing up. They clipped it. And I said, the police lied. So what was y'all intentions? Okay? What were y'all intentions? So then I start telling them to get out, cause I'm like, now y'all lying. Okay, it's over. It's a wrap. Okay, and y'all, I still got videos to this day about this day. So I get to recording, cause now I know y'all on dummy. Okay, and we black in an all white neighborhood. Okay, and so they get to handcuffing us, cause I get to calling on my ancestors. They got spooked. Okay, cause I got to telling them. I said, show me, cause they got to pulling all of this, saying all of this stuff, and I said, show me. Because right now, at this point, you are harassing me. So show me. Where does it say it? Show me. So not only do I got the police department at my door, I got the sheriff department at my door. And then I'm not racist, y'all. Okay, but they rednecks. Okay? Y'all know what be happening to us black folks. So he come in, and this was I think my third time. Was it my third time? My second time dealing with the police or something like that. Yeah, because before that, I had to kick somebody out my house because they were being very disrespectful and things like that, and they was doing some things they ain't had no business doing, and I wasn't tolerating it. Okay. And when they came in, it was a good officer, and they was training their officers to like set up black people type. Okay. And one of the good officers was like, leave her alone. She said she didn't have this. She said she didn't have that. Y'all searched, y'all looked, y'all. They like he like leave her alone. Okay, enough. So whoever had trained those officers trained them in a way to like set black people up. Okay. So, long story short, these police officers handcuffed me, right, in my own house, and they handcuff us, and they like, you niggers listen here. Promise you, you niggers listen here. It's my turn to talk now. Fold your hands, close your hands like you're praying to God. I said, oh, no, he did it. With the handcuffs on, so the handcuffs, you get tough with that. You call me a nigger. Now, mind y'all, I was recording. And that's one of the reasons why they got mad too, because I started recording them. Because they started getting very ignorant. They started getting very wild. So they took my phone, turned the recording off or whatever like that. Blase blah, whoop-de-woo. Then they sit at my table and they type up a whole like thingy. It's all made up. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So we ended up getting that handled. But that's the type of time these police officers be on, right? So we gonna skip over. So then we move again. Well, I move again. And then he came with me. And the police did the same thing. Now, mind you, my landlord at the time, he slipped up. Oh, he slipped up. This how I really knew they was all working together. Oh, did he slip up. So one day, he say to me, he like, he's telling me about my life story. Like, oh yeah, the mom, she did the best that she could or something like that. And I'm like, wait, no. I'm like, how do you know? And I'm like, no, like, what the frick is going on here? Okay. So I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I was just quiet. I'm just letting him talk. That's why God be saying, let people talk. God be like, let people talk. Okay. Now he's saying stuff he probably don't even know what he's saying. And that's when I knew they was all working together. So, but that's one of the times, because I already had my speculations, right? But now I knew, like, everywhere I go, y'all are either offering people money or whatever the case is to do what y'all trying to do to me. So y'all, I'm going to skip a lot of stuff because I really want to get to me coming out here. Okay, so I found out. So the doctors tried to experiment on me. Okay, they had recording devices in my house at this place. And I kept telling the guy I was with, I'm like, there is recording devices in this place. Like, I'm hearing it. Like, and it's like every time I would say something, it's like something will happen. Like, and I'm like, and I'm hearing the record. Like, I don't know how I be knowing. I just be knowing. Okay. And I kept telling him. And then he turns around, him and his sister, and do the same thing. So I'm like, okay. And I knew he was against me too, because he would go to Chicago and then he would come back and try to, like, because I was healing from what happened to me. So he would go to Chicago and, you know, all of them kind of know each other, kick it with each other. And now me, I'm trying to live my best life, live a new life, really let it go, really heal from it. Like, just, but he kept trying to bring things up. Like, okay, so one time he came back and was like, oh, such and such said you sucked his Peter Whacker. And I'm like, that's a lie. Now they just coming out the woodworks with just BS, right? So he just used to come and just say some wild stuff. Like, and I told him one time, I'm like, okay, well, every time you go, stop coming back and telling me what they saying, because I don't care. But he used to always come back and try to tell me what they were saying. So it was like, you have a lot to do with a lot to do. So then one day, y'all, I'm at this place. I'm still at this place, my second place, my second apartment. And it was New Year's Eve, going on New Year's Day. And him and my landlord made some kind of agreement or whatever like that. And because he was sitting in the car. So the landlord went to go talk to him. It's in the middle of the night, 9 o'clock at night. So they made some kind of agreement. He's like, your landlord wants you. And I'm like, no. He's like, no, just go see what he want. I'm like, no. Like, he could have told you to tell me, like, I'm not finna go see nothing. So basically the landlord implied he wanted to do something to me, right? Strange for a piece of change kind of thing. So the dude was trying to kind of like pimp me out, but I didn't know this. Like, I didn't know that's what he was trying to do. Okay, I didn't know. And then the landlord snitching on him, talking about, oh, every time you leave, he got a girl in the house, or he be dipping and dabbing or whatever like that. But the dude was trying to pimp me out. Now, mind you, remember I already told y'all my adopted parents tried to do the same thing. They was grooming me. So they tried to sell me to this man in Texas. So then he doing it with the freaking landlord. So I'm like, okay, I call my brother. Like, I call my brother. And I'm like bawling my eyes out because I go back and I tell, my person at the time what happened. I tell him what happened. And he just telling you your life story or something, something back or something like that. Like, he didn't care. Then I didn't feel safe. So then I was like, I don't feel safe. And he finna leave. He finna leave to go to his brother's house. And I'm like, no, why you leaving? And I said, I don't feel safe. Like, why you leaving? And he left anyway. And so I called my brother and I'm boo-hooing to my brother. And I'm like, this just happened. Da, 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 ooh. My brother told me either he know you gonna be okay or he literally just don't care. He either know you gonna be okay or he literally just don't care. So he ended up coming back at like 12 or something. So that happened. I used to always notice too, every time he used to come home from his brother's house and stuff, like spiritual things used to happen. I used to tell him, don't go over there, blase, blase, blah, whoopty woo. And I used to be right a lot of the times. He used to come back and be like, dang, how did you know that was going to happen? And I'm like, I don't know. I just felt that I knew it. I was whatever. And so I'm finna skip again. So, oh no, because something happened at my job. So I get into this real bad storm, right? The ratio storm. I get into this real bad storm or whatever like that. It stormed real bad. My boss at the time, she was stealing money from me. Okay, that's another thing. She was stealing money from me. Okay, they was doing a lot of stuff they was not supposed to be doing. Okay, so we move again. Boom. Now, I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. Oh, yeah. And then his sister told me one time, because we had got in a bind, and then his sister told me one time, like, oh, you may have to do things that you don't want to do to get what you want. And I'm like, no, I knew what she was implying, and I'm like, no. She was like, you think you could do it by yourself? And I was like, yeah. She said, you think it? And I said, yeah, like genuinely, like, yeah, like, why can't I? And she was one of the people that was against me as well. She was trying to do the same thing. They was all working together, y'all. So, next thing you know, that's when I end up getting my new place in like 2 weeks or whatever like that. God is good, okay? And then so I move again. To my other apartment. And this when it really get wild. This when they really stop hiding things. This when they really stop really hiding things. So, get to the new place or whatever like that. Now, okay, so the sister, let's talk about that. So the sister, because when we got in the storm, we stayed with her for a little bit. Now, she tried to poison me. So this is the second time. This the second time this happened. So she tried to poison me. 1, 2, 3, 4 divine order again. So she tried to poison me. So I'm allergic to like eggs. Like I can't have too many eggs or whatever like that, or I get to breaking out of hives or whatever like that. And she knew that. And so now I'm the type of person, I don't like to assume. I'm not gonna sit and I'm not gonna assume. So she cooked one day and she made potato salad. Now the first batch it was clean, right? It was clean. But you know, I used to smoke marijuana, and I guess she think that everybody that smokes where marijuana be lost in the sauce, right? I've never really smoked around. I never really kicked it with her before for real. You know, all of that other stuff. So she don't know about me. These people don't know me for real. Like they don't know me. You get what I'm saying? So I guess she thought that people that smoke be lost in the sauce. So me smoking, I become more aware. Like my intuition is more heightened. Like my downloads is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's me, right? And so I guess she thought like I was gonna be dumb or slow or something. So she ended up, now mind you, I cleaned the first because she, you know, she drink and stuff like that. So, you know, they be forgetting and don't be, you know what I'm saying? So, I cleaned the first batch of potato salad out. Like she was never at home, but she had a camera in the house or whatever like that. So she tried to sneak in. She tried to sneak in another pan of potato salad. But mind you, I already cleaned the first batch out. You get what I'm saying? So I knew. I was about to say hello. Is it still going? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Why they just do that? Y'all like? Okay, so y'all can. Okay. Okay, good. I don't know what just happened. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Okay. So, um, so I so I cleaned the first potato salad thingy out. And this is when God really started tapping me into my gifts, like my intuition. Because remember, He used to always give me forehead kisses, which was like closing my third eye. And I didn't know that either. It was like closing, his intention was to close my third eye and things like that, blah, 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 woo, woo, la, la, la. But this is what they was doing when I was a kid, too. So, she put another batch of potato salad. She cooked again. She put another batch of potato salad in there. But it was rotten eggs, okay? It was rotten eggs in it. Plus, she made hot links, like real hot links. And she was like, you know, y'all eat or whatever, blase, blase, blah. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, whenever somebody trying to force y'all to eat, now you need to eat, 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 eat. Be mindful of them people that be trying to force you to eat or begging you to eat. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, they did something to that food. Okay? Some people really do care, though, for you eating. You get what I'm saying? But some people, they did something to that food. So something tell me, my intuition just going crazy. Like my ancestors around me going crazy. Like you better not eat that potato salad. So I smelt it before anything, right? I smelt it. It was rotten, like it was gone. But it was, she made hot links too. So her spirit was like, so I'm like, so I'm getting all these downloads. So I'm getting all these downloads, like her intentions. It's like the intentions of the food when she was making it was coming to me, y'all. So I'm like, I'm sitting there for a second, and spirit talking to me, like my ancestors talking to me, and I'm like, nah, can't be, no, y'all, no, she ain't try to do that. Now, mind you, you mix hot links, right, with rotten eggs. Spirit said, because my ancestors is telling me what her intentions was. I said, nah. They said, look it up. Look up, because hot links, it opens your pores, okay? It hotness, it opens up your pores. And to have rotten eggs, and I'm allergic, she tried to kill me, okay? So I said, no, no, no. My ancestors said, look it up. They said, look it up. I looked it up, and they said it could kill you. I said, wow, they were trying to put me in the hospital. So then after that, because I'm still kind of like, even after they telling me, I'm like, I don't know, like. So they go on vacation, like her and her son go on vacation, and me and my guy, we at her house or whatever, right? It's just us. And they come back, and she talking about how she got gifts for me and all this other stuff, clothes she couldn't fit, and da-da-da-da-da. That's where she messed up. Because it was like she gave me these pants, and their last name is Brown. Okay, so she was trying to make me wear their pants, literally, like their pants, like, destiny swap, because she started doing her hair like mine. She started getting her nails done like mine. She started like trying to be me. You get what I'm saying? And I started noticing, and I told my guy, I said, you see that? And he was like, change up your look. And I was like, no, I shouldn't have to change up my look because somebody else is trying to be me. And she tried to, now she gave me some lingerie, right? Now I couldn't even fit it, right? I couldn't even fit it. That's how I knew either like they went to California. Now, mind you, the people that was in California is the my adopted siblings. They was all in California, and then her auntie stay in California too. That probably all do that stuff, right? That black magic and all of that. So she bought these pants, and she said she couldn't fit the pants. Now you can't fit the pants. She thicker than me, way thicker than me, okay? And she couldn't. She said, "Oh, I couldn't fit these pants." That's what she messed up at, okay? Because there's no way because the pants fit skin tight to me, so there's no way in heck you was fitting these pants. You know that. But their last name was Brown, and literally, she tried to make me put on their pants, like carry their karma type, like live their life, like their shoes. And when other people want to walk in people's shoes, she tried to literally wear their pants, and the pants was brown, y'all. So my ancestors is telling me all of this, like God is telling me all of this, my spiritual guys, my spirit team, they're telling me all of this. So I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never trying to do this to me. Right now, their family, pimps and stuff like that. And I guess, right, I don't know. Right? This is just what I was told type. You get what I'm saying? Or when I found out later down the line. And that was the reason why she bought me the lingerie. That was the reason why she bought me the brown pants, because it had like, they did something to them. It was to destiny swap with me. And then, because I guess, the food didn't work. So they okay, the food don't work. Okay, we gonna try something else. Okay, all right. So then she bought me this shirt. The shirt fit, I wore it, okay, because it was my birthday. Like, they came back on my birthday. They left on my birthday. So that's another ritual. Let's get into it. Okay? It was a reason for it all. It was on my birthday. So then we move. Okay? Because she did something, and I told her, I say, look, she tried to bully me. I said, you better than that. I said, you better than that. She cried. She cried because she knew I was right, and you knew what you were doing was wrong. So I go mute. That's what I do. I go mute. I distance myself. I don't do the drama. I don't do all of that. So we move again. And this is how I knew it was true, what my ancestors was telling me. And I know my ancestors like, it don't take all of that for you to see, but it was like they was reopening my, you know. So y'all, we move again. Now, when we move, the energy good, pure, until we started putting the stuff in the house. Right? So getting the stuff in the house or whatever like that. Now, I say, God, what's going on? The house started going in shambles like crazy. Like, it's like demons running rampant in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's just chaotic. I'm like, God, what the heck is going on? God said, everything that somebody gave you, throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it out. Y'all, and when I tell y'all the energy cleared up like that, the energy cleared up like that. It was peace be still in that mother sucker. It was peace be still. Okay? I threw away it was his sister and his brother. I threw away the shirt. I threw away some shoes his brother gave him, because one day he just came back with these shoes, and I'm just like, and I used to pick up on energy a lot. You know how y'all the vibe be, and it just be vibes, right? And then when it's something off, he didn't went to go do something, or something it's just off. When something just be off, something ain't right. We gotta sniff it out. Sniff it out. Okay, what's going on? So y'all, I threw away the shirt that she gave me, the pants that she gave me, all of the stuff that she gave me. I threw it out. Threw out the shoes. Threw out a couple of things he had, and he don't even know I threw out. Okay, because I used to tell him things, and he used to just be like ignoring it. Okay, but I think they was doing stuff to him too. Okay, so it's like I ain't even going. I think they was doing stuff to him because the house just was getting. A lot just was getting chaotic for no reason. And I started throwing everything out, and the energy cleared up. Quick. So they said, okay. Here they go again. Next thing you know, one day, I go out. No, something told me to look outside. Okay. I look outside. Now, every time I would look outside, it was always a car behind my truck. It was always a car behind my truck. And I seen a mat under my truck. Next thing you know, flat tires. Now, mind you, the sister was jealous that we moved. I guess the house was better than hers. I don't know, y'all. That's what they be saying. Jealousy is just a wicked thing. It's just wicked. Okay. Now, she also didn't want us to move in this neighborhood. Okay. But God led me to pick this apartment. Okay. And she was casting over. She was wishing ill on the place we were trying to get, and when we moved in. She already didn't try to send the voodoo through, the black magic through. Okay. And so they was all working together, because I sent my adopted sister and my adopted brother, my foster, the two siblings, and her energy one time. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's a gift. It was a sight. And so I get flat tires. Okay. And I'm like, this ain't never happened. And I just got brand new tires. I had just got brand new freaking tires. Next thing you know, I get flat tires. I said, okay. So cause I called my mom, and I'm like, they, tamper with my car, da 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 da. So I told my person at the time, I'm like, yeah, I told my mama too. He said, why would you tell your mama? Why wouldn't I tell my mama? Why would you tell your mama? Do y'all know that man hurried up and paid for my tires to get fixed? So y'all tell me who was all involved. So then, not only that, right? So I knew something was casted over me. So I created my password on my computer, a certain thing, and I would break out of like the spell or whatever like that, right? Because we was bonded and connected in many ways. So I would come out of it, and y'all, every time this man would leave the house, somebody would try to come in the house. So okay, boom. So one day he left to go to his brother's house or whatever. And he left to go to his brother's house, and I went to go get in the shower. Now, mind you, I had like a little alarm thing on my door, so I would know if somebody would come in, it would go off. So one day I'm in the shower, and I hear somebody coming in. And so I hurry up, jumped out the shower, I run to the door, and I kick the door back. Boom. The person was trying to come in. I kicked the door back. Boom. They was claiming that they was maintenance. Now, mind you, this maintenance guy then came about 10 times already this month. So I guess the property people find out, okay, or they knew what was going on, and so they put a notice on the door, and it said the maintenance guy is only supposed to come once every month on the 4th. So even after they put the notice on the door, this man still was coming on every day but the 4th. Okay? And he was trying to come multiple times. So I'm like, okay. So one day I do an experiment, right? One day I do an experiment, and I acted like I was getting in the shower. He left again. Okay? He left again. So why is this happening every time you leaving? Then every time you leaving, somebody trying to come in. So I acted like I was getting in the shower. And this man tried to come in. But guess who was right there? Told that man, not today. I said, you know what? It's time for me to get the up out of here. Okay? Because it's a lot of weird stuff going on, and I keep speaking up and speaking out, and nothing is being done. It just seems like it's getting worse and worse, especially to have a whole man in the house, or a so-called man in the house. So I'm like, in between time, y'all, as like us separating and stuff like that, some dude told me, because he had RAPE me, right? RAPED me. And I noticed what he was trying to do. Now, it all started off by helping him. He needed my help. But then this is another energy that was sent my way. Okay? And when people know my heart, like, all you got to do is just do this, and she gonna help you. All you got to do is do this, say this, and that's why I always say, go with y'all first mind. Go with your first mind. Don't let nobody trick y'all into things. Don't let nobody go with your first. Because I kept telling him no. I kept telling him no. I'm not going to help you. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then he got to hollering about his bills needed to get paid. And they was going to try to kick him out and all this other stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay. I guess I'll do the good deed or whatever. And next thing you know, this person, I guess, was working with the people that was, you get what I'm saying? It was like everybody had their own agenda. Everybody had their own 1 2 1 2. So I one day, because I seen how he was, what he was doing, what he was trying to do. So I said, I gotta play this smart. I gotta play this smart. Cause one day I tried, cause he took my keys and he took my purse and my wallet. And so I kind of like, played it off or whatever like that. Now mind you, I don't know this person, but he was sent my way to do whatever, but it's always happens when this man leaves. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Every time this man leaves, it always happens. This man must have told me one day, I wish you would go somewhere. I'll throw a party. Y'all know what that mean, right? You know what that mean? I wish you would go somewhere. I'll throw a party. That nigga was trying to kill me. But he didn't even know. The police was waiting right for him outside that door. The police was waiting for him right outside that freaking door. So I brought him to my territory. I went to the doctor. I told a person that I felt like I can trust. I brought him to my territory. I ain't gonna say too much about. He went to jail. Okay. All kind of stuff. But they was trying to set me up. Again. Okay. So back to this house. This last house I was in before I came back here, y'all. So then I said, I got to go. So this man, he tried to frame me for taking his keys to his car, whatever, y'all. Weird, right? So weird. So, one day he tell me, he like, give me such and such. And I'm like, he wanted some money. And it was kind of like my last. It was my last. And so he was like, I'm finna come right back and I'm finna give you more. So I'm like, okay. Y'all tell me why that man never came back. He never came back. Blowing up the phone. Left me fucking stranded. Okay? Now this is all after, the guy coming in the house. I had to kick the door back. All of this other stuff. So I went to go try to get a shotgun. Right? I went to go try to get a shotgun. They was not letting me get the shotgun. This is how I knew the state was involved in it as well. Whoever had my ID or behind them computers, they was all involved. Because why can't I get a shotgun? When I tell y'all they was not letting me get a shotgun, they was not letting me get no shotgun. Okay? So I said, you know what? That's just God telling me to get the fuck on. Okay? I've been wanting to come back home anyway. So I'm like, okay. So long story short, I leave, come back home. And as I'm leaving, right? So my brother convinced me to take a U-Haul because I was just going to get in my truck and I was going to just come out here. I was going to leave everything. But then the property people kept trying to tell me like, oh, you got to take everything. They was trying to make it so hard for me not to leave. They was like, you got to take everything, and then the person that lived with you, they got to agree to it, or their stuff got to be out as well, and all this other stuff. So I'm telling him, I'm blowing his line up, like, come get your stuff. Like, I'm about to dip, blah, 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 woo-de-woo. All this stuff. He would not answer. So I said, okay. And then there was some other stuff that was going on, too, in the house, and he knew about it, and he still left me, like, assed out, y'all. Right? So, that happened. So I leave. Now, as I'm leaving... Now, mind you, I never had a problem with Uber before, never had a problem with Lyft before, none of that. So as I get my U-Haul, y'all, now mind you, it's two U-Haul places that's closer to me than where they sent me. So I go to the U-Haul place and they like, yeah, okay, we booked you for U-Haul. You could come get it, or this day, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, y'all. I guess somebody did their research, or they ended up finding out who I was trying to get the U-Haul. It's like, when your ID is pinged or something like that. It's like my ID got pinged, and they end up like contacting other people or whatever like that. Y'all, why these people call me back and tell me like, oh no, we can't give you the U-Haul anymore. We're gonna have to send you somewhere else. And then I called another place that was close by. They claimed they didn't have none. So, but y'all booked me for one. It was one available, and then all of a sudden, y'all can't give me the U-Haul, right? Because y'all found out who I am. So, they send me out to a place 30 minutes away. Like 30 minutes out. Now, when I get the lift, so I tried to call someone that claimed that I can always count on them if I need anything, hit them up. So I hit this person up to try to take me to go get the U-Haul. They had already agreed that they was going to take me or whatever like that, and then all of a sudden last minute they denied it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I try to go get the lift in the Uber. So now I got to get a lift and I got to get an Uber to get the U-Haul. And y'all, why they were giving me so much trouble. They were giving me so much trouble to get this U-Haul. Y'all, every time I went to go get the lift, it's like someone would pick it up, then they would deny it. It was like somebody had access to my phone or something, and they would deny it. It was like they was trying to pick the person for me. They was picking the person for me. So it's like it would pick one up, or they would say no one is in the area. Then they would pick one up, and they would pick one up for me, right, y'all? So I finally get the lift, G. So why, when I get in this lift, y'all, this man, all of a sudden, we off route. All of a sudden, he don't know where he going. So I get to clutching. You feel me? I get to reaching. You get what I'm saying? So he he get to ask me all these questions or whatever. Oh, where you going? And basically, do you have people waiting for you? You got family and all of this stuff, blah blah blah, woo la la la. And that's why I don't do Ubers and Lyfts. Okay. So he got to asking me, and I'm like, yeah, I got, blah blah blah, woo, yeah, they waiting for me or whatever like that. So as he getting off track, I'm like, where we going? And he looking like I could feel the energy. So y'all know us gifted children, we like, it's like our sensors go off. You feel me? Like our senses go off, and he looking at me, I'm looking at him. Like he giving me this look in the rear view, in the mirror. The mirror up there, and I'm watching him, and I'm feeling it. You get what I'm saying? I'm feeling what he trying to do. So then we get off course or whatever like that, and guess where he take me, y'all? Cause I get to calling, I get to clutching. He's shaking now. Okay, he's scared now. So this man takes me to a warehouse. Then this man don't even take me to a U-Haul place. He don't even take me to a U-Haul place. He took me to a warehouse. So then when I got to ask to him, and I got to moving close, and then I got to clutch, and I got to getting ready to AA1215. You get what I'm saying? He like, oh, I think the place, and this was all set up, y'all. This was all set up. It was all set up. So he like, oh no, I think it's down the street. Hold on, let me see. So he get to trying to fix it, rerouting, and all the other stuff. So long story short, we went around the corner. This is a whole little setup one too. So we get around the corner, and it's a U-Haul truck, brand new. So somebody bought it out, and this is they system. This is how they run certain things, if you know what I'm saying. So I get there, and it's not a U-Haul place. It's somebody's house, and they just have a U-Haul truck sitting right there. And so he works out of a trailer or something like that, y'all. But long story short, y'all know what they tried to do to me. Okay. And then all of a sudden, he finds the place, but it's not even a U-Haul place. It's a U-Haul truck in somebody's freaking driveway. But the place that it was at, it was like his house is over here, and then because he had land, so his house is over here. Then he had this trailer, I guess, that he worked out of. Okay, his own computer or whatever like that. Like, it was real sketchy, really sketchy. Okay, really really sketchy. Long story short, I ended up making it safe. Okay, I ended up making it back home safe. But then when I get back home, y'all, child. Then when I get back home, so I'm like, okay, things gonna be good. I'm out here with my family, blase, blase, blah, woo dee woo. Alright, we good. So my nephews was supposed to come help me move in with my brother, but they never came. So it's just me and my brother. And so my brother came or whatever like that. It was cool, whatever. But then I go to his house one day. I go to his house, and something just seemed really off. It was cool at first, and then it just seemed really, really off. Him and his girl was trying to get rid of me. Right? Now, mind you, I don't know what all of this is for, okay, or why they was doing it. But Spirit told me she went to go dig a grave or something. She went to go do something. She went to go dig a grave. She went to go, you get what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much else what I seen in the house or what I was picking up on. That's another thing about our gifts. Y'all, it's like when your third eye is open and when you can sense things, it's like and then like you go into houses and things like that, you can read easily, like, and you pick up on a lot. And so I'm not going to go too deep into that, but they were trying to kill me. And my sensors went off again. Like, my sensors went off again, and I told my brother, I said, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go. And he was like, why you leaving so fast? Like, why you leaving? You just got here. And I'm like, I got some stuff to do or whatever like that. And I guess the girl wasn't ready. I guess she wasn't done doing what she was doing or whatever. I'm not saying that's what she went to go do. But, okay, it was something like that. And I felt it. It was something very off. It was something off. And it was at night, and my niece, she did something which confirmed what I was feeling. It confirmed what I was feeling. And then my nephew, he wanted to come to my house, and he just like, TT, please, please take me with you. And I felt so bad, and I wanted to take him so bad, but you know, he got parents, so it's like, you know, but the vibe was so off. So I end up making it, long story short, I end up making it home back safe. But then I went over there again. And now this time it was because I had invited my cousin over, because I guess he stayed down the street, or we was texting or something. And I'm like, matter of fact, you know, because I had just came out here, so it's kind of like a family reunion in a sense. You know, I'm trying to get to know my people. And he pop up or whatever. Now, mind you, my other cousin come out here. Okay, she's a she. Okay, my other cousin come out here, but she don't never really come out here, which was kind of weird, you know. And my uncle said something to me. He was like, "You don't think y'all look alike?" And I'm like, "No, I'm dark skinned. She light skinned. No, we don't look alike. She got a kid. I don't. Okay, we don't look nothing alike. We don't talk nothing alike. None of that." And this is also how I knew they was orchestrating some things, and this is how I knew that they was like all just working together. So I go to his house again. He barbecued or whatever, and I had stopped smoking, so I wasn't smoking marijuana at the time because the person I was with tried to lace my weed. He tried to lace my weed, and then I told one of my brothers, and that's another thing. That's why I be saying it's a lot that I might forget. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. He tried to lace my weed before I left, and none of this stuff worked. None of it worked. None of it worked. So this is why they was trying to do so much. But then I okay. So yes, I go to my brother's house now. It's my cousin. Now I'm in the car because he come pick me up. So it's my cousin, my brother. Was it somebody else? No, the baby was in the back. Okay, her daughter was in the back with me. And then, because I'm like, somebody was in the front, I wasn't. So I'm picking up what she doing. You feel me? I'm picking up her energy. I'm picking up what she doing. And I instantly close my energy off. Okay, so I'm already noticing, like, I'm low key. I told him because I told him, I'm like, don't have me around nobody I don't kick it with. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So one day he just come get me, and I'm just like uncomfortable because I'm just like, bro, I just, the same thing I told you not to do, you doing it. Like, what are you doing? So they trying to do what she trying to, and I'm picking up on it. And so I close my energy off. And so we get to the house, and I noticed that, first of all, they stole from me my ID. I think they took my ID or took a picture of my ID. Him and the girl, the baby mama, his baby mama, my brother baby mama, took, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so my intuition was screaming. So we get in the house or whatever like that, and at the time I wasn't smoking. So they all was smoking, and so they tried to like pass the blunt or whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm good. And they got mad. They got mad because I wasn't smoking. Oh, now you don't smoke. No. Okay. Oh, now you don't smoke. So I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I was on my healing journey, so I like went pure, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I don't smoke. They got mad. So then something was telling me not to eat the food or whatever. Right? But I did eat a piece of chicken or whatever like that. But something was telling me not to eat the food. And so his girl, the baby mama, you could tell she was trying to like, I don't know how to explain it. But she was trying to get in my energy because first she didn't like me. I was told she didn't like me for whatever reason, whatever. And my brother know I don't do all the drama stuff, but they was trying to mix and mangle some drama up, and he know I don't do that, so I really don't care. You don't like me, who cares, right? And so I don't know how to explain this energy, but you could tell she was trying to get in my energy, or you could tell she was trying to do something. And y'all, why? She ended up trying to give me a plan. She was trying to figure out, because I didn't eat. So she was trying to figure out how can we get in this girl energy. So it's like trying to give me something that she know I like, or, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to figure something out. This is another like destiny swapping, but also like trying to harm me through spell work. Okay, so I should have, but this is all through learning experience as well, because she fell asleep, which was a good thing, but I woke her up. When I was leaving, she fell asleep, which would have meant I would never got the plant, right, that she was trying to give me, none of that. But I ended up getting the plant, leaving my glasses, but I ended up getting the plant, and y'all, why I put it now, mind you, I already felt like something was off, but at the time I was a person that's like, okay, because when spirit at that time when spirit used to be telling me stuff, that I always needed confirmation. right? I always needed that second, third, fourth confirmation, right? And this is why I be telling y'all, like, no, go with y'all first gut. Like, I actually been through these things. So something was already telling me something was off, but I'm like, okay, maybe she just trying to make amends. Like, I'm throwing everything extra in there on top of what God is already telling me. So I take the plant and I put it in my refrigerator, right? And I was going to, because it was an Oliveria plant. But something, every time I opened my refrigerator, something kept telling me to throw it out. So I'm like, okay. So y'all, I never threw the plant out. Like, and think about it, I just went grocery shopping, so the groceries is fresh. It took me like, what, maybe 3 days, 3 days or 4 days to take the plant out. But it's like every time literally I used to open my refrigerator, Spirit to tell me, throw the god dang plant out. Now mind you, I'm on my healing journey, so it's like I'm reawakening, like, you know, the crust is getting out the eye and like all of this stuff. Y'all, why everything in my refrigerator spoiled? I just went grocery shopping and everything in my refrigerator spoiled just from this plant being in my refrigerator. So I threw the plant out finally. I threw it out. And it's the Oliveria plant, so it could go in the refrigerator. Cause she was gonna give me a pot. So it was just the leaf. Cause she was gonna give me a pot and she had dirt and all of that, but I never got the pot. So I forgot the pot. Just like I was supposed to forget the plant. Okay. And so it sat in the refrigerator and my entire refrigerator rotted. Everything was rotten in it. And my ancestors was on my butt. They like, didn't I tell you? That's why I told you to throw it out. But you know the ancestors be like, she gonna see you. She gonna figure it out. You know? But I needed that at the same time too. So I threw it out, cleaned everything up or whatever like that. And it never spoiled. And my refrigerator never did that again. But, y'all, so they were trying to do, or she was trying to do 1 2 1 2 on me, right? This is after they tried to do the other thing they tried to do to me. Then they tried to do 1 2 1 2 on me. Like, okay, so God taught me how to cut cords, right? This is how I know cord cutting works. God taught me how to cut cords from people, and every time I would cut cords, not like I never cut cords with my brother at the time, but from past energies and peoples and things like that, I did. Okay. And when I did it, because I did like known and unknown as well, but my brother was doing spell work on me, y'all. And he would call to check to see if it worked, if it was working. And I would feel it and I would know it every time. Like God will always show me. God will always show me. You know, they was doing like black magic on me and stuff like that, and I would get dreams and all this other stuff, blah blah blah. And one day I did a cord cutting, you know, because a lot of the times when I do known and unknown or whatever like that, that's for energies like say for instance you outside and somebody try to connect with you or whatever like that. And y'all know, those that know about cord cuttings, when you do cord cuttings, 9 times out of 10 people will try to reach back out to you, or they'll call, you feel me, because they'll feel your energy being removed or your energy being released. So they would try to call to get back in my energy. So it's like I was in school at this time. So like spiritual school, like I'm with my angels, I'm with my ancestors, I'm with God. Like I wasn't watching TV, I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking, none of that. So I'm pure, like I'm pure. So ain't no hallucination, ain't no paranoia, ain't no none of that. You get what I'm saying? Straight cleanse, straight clear, straight all of that. So come to find out, This man was doing spell work on me. Okay? He was doing freaking spell work on me. Then they tried to get me like kidnapped again. One day cause I was on the bus and I was feeling these energies. I'm like, I'm picking up on them. Like I'm picking up on these energies, and I kept telling my brother, I'm like, I just kept telling the one that helped me move. I'm like, yeah, this just happened to me, blah, 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 we're doing this, da, da, da. And he said, ain't nothing happening to you, ain't nothing happening to you, ain't nothing happening to you. And so I stopped telling him things. I stopped telling him things that I was picking up spiritually and stuff like that. He's like, ain't nothing happening to you. And I'm like, yes, it is. And it was a lot of church people, a lot of deacons. Like, I'm picking up on deacons, y'all, like church people. Okay, a lot of church people doing some stuff. They was trying to get me in so many ways, y'all. But I'm picking it all up. You know what I'm saying? And one day, he just like, I tell him, and he like, nothing happening to you. And you know why he was telling me that? Because he was involved in it. And then like one day, I had left out the house, and mind you, don't nobody know where I stay at. I just moved out here. Nobody knows what I stay at but my family. Okay, and not even my entire family, but my brother and I think two of my other brothers. Nobody knew where I stayed at. So I'm leaving the house, and every time I used to leave the house, like people used to follow me. And one day somebody tried to do like a drive by on me, But I'm busting corners. You know what I'm saying? I'm busting corners. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm picking up on all of these energies. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, what the world? What the freak? Okay. So then, I had, and I still got to record it to this day. He tried to cuss me out for no reason, like, just wanted drama. It was weird. But long story short, y'all, he was involved in it, working with these people. I told him not to connect with one of these girls that I grew up with. He connected with them. Come to find out, he was paying her to stalk me and watch me. Okay, sending monitoring spirits and, all of this other stuff. Like, y'all, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Okay, come to find out, he was paying people to watch and stalk me and all this other stuff. And y'all, it just a lot. Okay, and I know I'm probably forgetting so much. So much. Then, okay, so now they like recruiting people. Okay, because then they sent somebody my way. Okay, because they didn't have people watching me and stuff like that. So then they sent somebody my way and talking about, oh, everybody think you was square. And so then it's like, because I let people talk, because when you let people talk, they will reveal themselves, they will reveal their true nature, they will reveal these lower level energies. They have to, right? Just like they have to show us the truth in movies and stuff like that, right? 1, 2, 3 divine order. So so they sent somebody my way again. And but it's like really messy, because it's like, spirit tell me one thing, and then like, these people got a lot of other things going on they end. You got people playing both sides. Okay, they playing the good side and on the other side. So this one energy that approached me, he was playing both sides, and tried to like bully me, like scare me, that kind of thing. Then did love spells on me, or tried to do love spells on me. And then they recruited some other people and some other energies to do voodoo, black magic on me, y'all, all of this stuff. This is how I all ended up in. They tried to put me in a psych ward. They did. Okay. put me in like the psych ward. Okay, in the hospital people trying to kill me. Like, y'all, when I say everybody, I mean like freaking everybody. And it's crazy because everybody has their own agenda. Everybody had and has their own agenda. Okay. So then I had got a dream that not a dream. I had sensed, because y'all, people will go to jail physically for some stuff spiritually. People will go to jail physically for some stuff spiritually. And I had a got an epiphany that my brother was in jail, y'all. I turned around, he was in jail. He was literally in jail. Yep. I had one of my other brothers call me and tell me he was literally in jail, y'all. Okay, but this was the same brother that was doing all the spell work and all the, extra stuff. And then he had told me, because something had happened, like, to me, what was going on in my life was because of all of the black magic and spell work and stuff like that, right? And my brother, he don't even know that, and maybe he do know, and maybe he just don't care, but he had told me something, what was going on with his baby mama. And what was going on with his baby mama was what was happened or has happened to me, which means that and it was reversing back on them, which means that it was them that wanted me homeless. It was them that didn't want me to have no money. Because one day, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm a hustler. So it's like, not in a bad way, the good way. Like, I get to my coins. Like, I take care of things, okay? And one day, he tried to, like, pop up in my house, but it never worked. I was gone. But that's how like, how God be working. Like, I was gone. And I had the property people tell me, like, yeah, your brother stopped by or whatever like that. Blah, 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 woo, la, 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 la. They was astral projecting. To me. Somebody choked me in my dream. Not in my dream, but like they astral projected and like choked me. But this was the person that they sent in. Like they was sending people in. Right? And then they was like slandering my name, calling me a 304 and all of this. Man, I ain't slept with nobody. What are y'all talking about? I am celibate. Like, what are y'all really talking about? You feel me? So it's like just a lot. Then like, okay, so I was working at Walgreens, and then all of a sudden, like, my ID, like, I don't know. It was just weird. One day he called me and fired me for no reason. But he was scared. Like, he was scared. He left a voicemail and his voice was trembling. I don't know. And then something had happened to like my ID or something like that. And I had told my brother, and I'm like, yeah, they said something. But remember, I had told y'all that I went to the house. I went to his house one day. And all of a sudden my purse was missing. And I'm like, and my purse was just right next to me. They done sent they kid to take my purse, to take my ID and whatever else was in my purse. So it was time for me to leave. And I'm like, Blase, where my purse at? And then she was like, hold on. And she went to go get it from her mama. Why do your mama have my purse? Then she was telling my brother, like, you scary, because she wanted him to do something. And she was telling him, you scary, but it was to do something towards me. And she kept calling him scary. Okay, so no telling what else they done took, okay, or how. Because one day, y'all, I'm like, yeah, he said something about my background or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have nothing on my background. And my brother was like, he was like, oh, no, they gotta take fingerprints. No, they just can't fingerprints. So I'm like, you know something that I don't know. What is it? Did somebody use my name? Cause when I moved back out here, they kept saying somebody had lights in my name, and I'm like, no, I never even had a place out here before. The only places I've had was in Iowa. I've never had no house, no apartment out here. So she like, you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. And I know the only people that had my social was my adopted people. One of the ladies that did my taxes, and I had to get my taxes amended. And then I found out somebody else had, because it was an apartment in my name. It was an apartment in my name. And I'm like, what's this? And I'm like, I never had, but my the person I was with at the time, he knew something about it. Everybody knew except for me. Everybody knows what's going on except for me. Even the freaking property managers in each apartment I stayed at, they had cameras. Like, bro, I'm sitting here like, are y'all freaking kidding me? Then he like, oh, they gotta run fingerprints. And I'm just sitting here, but every time I try to go get a gun, legally though, like this is the part. Every time I try to go get a gun legally, they don't want to give it to me. Why is that? One, cause y'all know you get what I'm saying, and two, cause y'all know y'all doing something. So every time y'all, my ID gets ran. Oh, then I heard a police officer say this. He say, "Oh, if she don't get it, you don't get it. If she don't get it, you don't get it." And this when I first came out here to get my ID, for this state, and we was in line, and we had went together because he had to get something renewed too. But then I heard the officer say, because he was trying to stop me from doing something, and the officer was like, if she don't get it, you don't get it. So it's like I'm hearing this stuff, like I'm hearing the clues, I'm hearing the, you know what I'm saying, and then even the property people, they was all in on it, y'all. Like everybody was in on it. Everybody's stealing money. Give me my money. Give me my house. Give me my money. Okay? Everybody is like, they know about this. Then I move again. Okay? So somebody claimed that they wanted to like apologize and that, oh, you'll be good and da 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 da, woo woo woo. Okay? And come to find out that the place that I was in, they were doing black magic on me too, voodoo and all of this other stuff. They had even the whole neighborhood, the whole community. Y'all, everybody working together. Everybody, from the hospitals, from the psych ward, from the community, all working together to take me out. I ain't even did nothing. But be me. I can't help that I got gifts. It ain't my fault. can't help that whatever God blessed me with, God blessed me with. Okay? I can't help that I got the energy that I got. But everybody looking at me. So if you mad at me, you mad at God. Because I did nothing. But been loving, but been kind, been honest, been real, been truthful, been giving. So God had to teach me, like, look, but I'm the one getting hurt. I'm the one getting hurt. Spiritually, physically, mentally, psychologically. All of this abuse. But what have I done? Nothing. Nothing at all. And when I say y'all, it's so many people. It's a lot that I know that I don't speak on. And like I said, I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff. They tried to kill me in the hospital. They wanted my heart. They wanted my organs. Then they hired people to attack me spiritually when I was in the psych ward. Then they tried to sex traffic me, human traffic me. Then they keep trying to close my third eye, keep tampering with my chakras, keep spiritually trying to attack me. All of these things. And it's a lot more. And they just won't stop. They just won't stop. Like, this literally has been happening to me since I was a child. Poquito. Since I was little. Since I was little. And it's still happening. But in the midst of it all, God had to teach me what's real and what's not. Who's with you and who's against you. Who's for you and who's not for you. Because y'all, my heart was just big. Okay? Heart just big. Just spreading light and love everywhere. Sprinkling a whole bunch of glitter everywhere. Okay? I definitely had my moments where I don't want to be bothered. Then it's just then trying to pass my energy around. All of these energies trying to destiny swap with me. Trying to take, it's wild. It's freaking wild. But God taught me a lot in the midst of it. God taught me a lot. And showed me a lot. I just want to be great, and they don't want me to be great. But it's not up to them. See him? See him? They hacked my phone, child. Hacked my phone. They done hacked my phone. Tapped it. Devices. Stole my money. trying to kill me, trying to take me out. Oh, yeah. It's not for the weak. Yes, I sit and I be like, why? I don't even ask why no more, because I know why. And I know that every individual and energy will be dealt with, but that's not what I'm waiting for. That's not what's on my mind. That's not what, you get what I'm saying? What my mind is on is peace, it's harmony, it's balance. It's me living my best life. It's me living. It's me being. So when y'all be seeing me go MIA, it's probably because I'm probably somewhere rejuvenating or trying to balance the energies. But it's a lot more people involved. A lot more people involved, y'all. And I'm missing a lot. But that's to dang near sum it up. So if any of y'all has been through, of gone through things like that, no, you're not tripping. No, you are not hallucinating. No. For some of you, no, you did not do anything wrong. Nine times out of 10, you just possess a light or is gifted or a part of 144 crew. Okay? You are different. And your purpose here is grand. Your energy is needed. You are needed. No, don't run. No, don't hide. Okay? And I got more to share. I have more to share. But Spirit wanted me to get on here and to sum some things up. Okay? To share some things. Okay? So if you are going through something like this, or you know someone, you're not alone. There's ways to combat. There's ways to, because in it all, Spirit just want us to know who we are. Okay, and that we are very valuable, and not everyone is going to appreciate you and your light. Okay, because hate really is love, and people express their hate, their dislike for you in the way that they do, because they can't express it the way that they want to. Okay? That's why you have the haters, and those that love you and support you will always love you and support you for you, right? But then it's that inner knowing and that understanding that you're not meant to be liked by everyone. And it's that understanding and that inner knowing that you're not meant to share your light and love with everyone. And as I speak that, it is 144. Okay? So this is for the healers. This is for the indigo, the star seeds, the chosen seeds, right? If you believe that you are that. Because even when I found out that I was, I denied it for a lot of time. Like, I'm just like, I don't, you know, but we got to get to a point where we are no longer denying the truth, because to deny the truth and to deny yourself is to reject yourself and reject the truth. You're hiding from yourself. And it's like, why would the creator create you and give you these things to hide? You're meant to be used. You're meant to be of service. You're meant to be there for other individuals, people. You're meant to raise the vibration and the consciousness. You're meant to help in some way, shape, or form. And that's what it is. You cannot be duplicated. You cannot be replicated. Okay? And stay connected. Like that, like I would say the advice that I have would be to stay connected. Stay connected to you, stay connected to source. Because someone, you have a divine connection to source. But to stay connected, and a lot will be revealed. Don't be distracted, stay focused. Because a lot of these things are distractions, like gang stalking. I went through that too, y'all. But my phone about to die, so I went through all of that. And at first I was like, why? What is going on? You would think you did something. No, you just being you. It's just something. That's why when, like, they say, people notice you before you do, or people know who you are before you do. That's why it's important to understand who you truly are, how, because it's ways, it's ways. It's ways to purify. Okay, it's ways to purify. It's ways to, like, because I know people ask, like, how do you overcome certain things, and I know for a lot of people it can be different, but it's ways, like, it's ways, because I've been doing it and I was taught, like, nobody taught me, like, my ancestors, the creator, like, connection has taught me. Okay, connection has taught me. Here, let me see. Let me see if spirit say something. Let's see. Let's see. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors of the purest and the highest white light. Only yeah, spirit is, because spirit is telling somebody to keep going. Okay, don't hide your gifts. Okay, don't keep going. Like, don't hide your gifts, don't hide your passions. Okay, because you're meant to balance things out. And this is what I was just saying, like, you're meant to balance things out here. Okay, don't let people stop you. You are loved. Okay, it's energies that want control over you. They want authority over you. Okay, they want to play God in your life. They want to be God in your life. There's these are the energies that are trying to play God in your life here. Okay. These are the energies that are trying to play God in your life. And y'all, I really don't want to talk about the attacks, but they're brutal. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Anybody that's been through what I've been through, we need reparations. We need more than reparations. We need to live on this earth and this planet for free. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Our family, the one that we create, needs to be taken care of, y'all. Because what I have been through, and this is real talk, y'all, is not okay at all. The pain and the suffering that I have been through. I may get on here and I may smile, y'all. I may get on here and that's just the strength that God has given me. You get what I'm saying? But when I say there needs to be apologies, there needs to be reparation, there needs to be no people, they need to be taken care of, period, point blank, and away from all of these energies. And these energies need to get put up, these energies need to get dealt with immediately, because it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. At all. And people can look at me and be like, oh, she's fine. Oh, no. By the grace of the Creator, by the grace of God, yes. But it doesn't mean that I am not affected. It doesn't mean that it is okay. Oh, she's fine. No. Oh, he's fine. No. No. It's not fine. It's not okay. Harassment, gang stalking, harassment. Do y'all know how many people has followed me? Pain and suffering, physically and spiritually. Do I have to keep going? Disorderly house conduct. For all the disorderly that has happened in each and every house and apartment I have been in and been through. Attempt murder. Theft. Perjury. Sexual abuse. Sexual assault. Rape. Do I have to keep going? Defamation of character. Exploitation. Do I have to keep going? Spirit, let's get some more messages. Any other messages here? Yeah. Any other messages, Spirit? Yeah. because these energies was told to leave you alone. They were told to leave you alone and stop doing things, but they thought that they were slick and they caused illusions and they kept doing what they were doing. Okay? And it's evident. It's evidence. Look, they were told to stop causing burdens. They were told to stop. But guess what they kept doing? It's right here. Kept doing work on you. Kept doing work on you. Kept trying to end you. Wanted you to lose your gifts. Didn't want you to receive. Doing magic. Doing sorcery. Voodoo. Santeria. Whatever other kind of energetic work. They kept doing it, y'all. It's right here, and I cannot make it up. I can't make it up. Okay? I'm not going to say this, but y'all see it. Those that know. Okay? Get prepared. Something is going to be reversed. Y'all hear it? Something is being reversed. Something is going to be reversed. Okay? There's some energies that they can't see your protection. Your protection is something that normal people can't see. But you can see, you can feel, spirit shows you. Okay? These energies, they're confused. How? I don't get it. Okay? But it's not meant for them to get. It's not meant for them to understand and understand here. Okay? These energies thought you were not cared for. Okay? But some of these energies are now seeing, though. Okay? These energies thought you're not cared for. Somebody feels like you're not cared for. But you keep coming out because your protection is unseen. And I keep hearing your protection is an energy that they're not ready to deal with. Okay, it's a higher energy, and you have to be in your higher state and in a higher vibration to even understand all of this. A lot of people don't even understand what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. You have to be open enough. You have to be of the body of light. It has to be your destiny for you to see. That's what I said. I've seen a lot of things. And those of you that know and understand, you know what I'm talking about. I've witnessed a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I've witnessed a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors, the purest in the highest white light. Only what else here for the collective? What's the most important message of this? Yeah, you have to be enlightened. That's the thing. Okay, you have to be open. You have to be of the light to see this stuff. To know what I say. Gifted. This high priestess energy is coming out. Okay? This high priestess energy is coming out. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors of the purest and the highest white light only. What else for the collective? Here was the most important message. Yeah. And some of these energies, that's why spirit is like, hold on. Okay? Because some of these energies, they're not able to attack you anymore. It's like, see, something has to go through the creator. Okay? It has to go through God. And if God wants you to know something, to understand something, to understand something, the thing to do is to personally put you through it. Okay? Because how else would you know how to help other people? How else would you know how to heal other people if you have not healed yourself? Okay? But this is all over. This is all getting put to an end. Yeah, what I say? Okay. It's like these energies, they don't get it. They don't see, and they don't get it. They don't get it. This is why they keep doing what they're doing. Okay? They don't know what they're doing. Okay? But all we know, you free from it. Okay? Or you're about to be free from it. That's all we know. They don't know. They don't know. Yeah, what I say? Star card. Okay? Healed. Healing. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors, the pierce in the highest by light only. What else? For the collective here. Yeah. It's a part of somebody's contract to say something, to call judgment, to say something about what has happened, what is going on. This is why I say, if I am encouraging you, y'all, speak up, okay? Because you never know who you can help, who you may just push through, who you may give hope to, who you may give strength to, who eyes you may open up, who sleep. You may the people that sleep, you may give them confirmation. Okay? Those people that they still trying to close their third eyes up. Okay? Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors, the purest and the highest white light only. What else? Yeah, something is being dismantled here. Okay? Yeah, there's a group being dismantled. All right? The people are moving on, moving forward. There's people that's scared. All right? Look, told you. Healing the situation. There's people that just want to heal now. Take all of that. Look, put it to rest. Look, take all of that, because something is your destiny, and it's like, you know what? It just is what it is. You know, these people have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. Okay, and it's like these people are in the Nine of Swords energy because now they see the higher perception. Okay. Spiritual guides, angels, ancestors. Yeah, it's something about you. It's like God body. You are God body 202. Something is being balanced out. Whatever you was having to do before, you're not going to have to do. You are complete God body here. You are complete God body here. Okay, and I know y'all hear the sirens in the background. 7-7. Okay. Yep, no more darkness. Whatever this is, no more this is coming out, no more darkness here. No more of these energies praying on your downfall, none of this cloaking energy, none of this depressed energy, none of that energy you was in, all of this chaos, okay? No more. No more. Things are moving forward, isolating themselves, okay? Some people gonna want to come in once again, trying to reconnect. Some energy scared. They're scared of you, okay? And who's protecting and what is protecting you. And you know too much. Somebody you know too much, but they're gonna come in though, trying to manipulate a situation, but these people still don't like you. Hey. Okay. Y'all, look, I'm gonna say this, and I think I'm gonna be back on later, y'all, because I didn't get a read. I just did a story time. But look, keep doing, y'all, and trust the universe, trust the creator. I'm telling you, if you literally are going through this, and for some of you, you probably already out of it, so you already know, like, yes, like you probably like, yes, keep going. Okay, keep going. Keep going. That's what I'm saying. Okay? No. no. Keep going. Keep being your best self. Take your time. Don't feel rushed. Stay connected to the creator. Stay connected to source. I'm telling you, connect with source. Connect with God. Connect with your ancestors. Connect with your spirit guides. Connect with your spirit team. This is how you get the answers that you're looking for. This is how you come out. That is how you come out. Don't let other people distract you. Okay, don't let me tell you, and I'm not saying that, some people don't know the truth. Some people do know how to help you. Okay, but that's when that discernment got to come in. Okay, somebody know that you have discernment, ask for discernment, and then know that you have it. Okay, and remember I told y'all how, like, I used to question everything God was telling me, but then God, like, it's like the truth, like, I used to question the truth. You get what I'm saying? And God would show me each and every rip. Okay, God would show me each and every rip. So if y'all see me out yonder now and I just be minding my business, I don't want to talk to nobody, just understand. Okay, I don't respond, just understand now. Okay, just understand. Just understand what it is. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there, you guys. Anything else that y'all need from me, just email me. Okay, I'll probably definitely be back on later. I gotta let this phone charge. Okay, y'all, for those that stayed, okay, for the entire 1-2, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Okay, I appreciate you guys. This will be on my YouTube. Okay, this will be on my YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can save it, depending on how long it is. But this will be on my YouTube, for sure. So if you guys want to come back to it, you want to share with someone this video, you definitely can. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you all for tapping in and listening. Okay, y'all, I may be back on later. Okay, I may be back on later. If you guys want a read, though, in between time, in the midst of time, y'all email me. My email is in the bio. Okay, if you guys, and the payment options are also, click the link in the bio as well. They're all there, easy peasy, ready to go for you guys. Okay, if you want to donate to the channel, you definitely can, you guys. If you want to subscribe, hit that yellow star. If you are not following me, definitely follow. And you guys follow my other socials too. Okay, follow the other socials as well. You guys, I love y'all. Okay, I love y'all, and I hope all is doing well. And y'all never give up. Like, never ever give up. Never give up. Always keep striving. Always, I appreciate you, love, for that. Always keep striving. Always keep going. Okay, because the point of it all is to stop you. All right, and you got a mission down here. You got a duty. Okay, there's people that look up to you. There's energies that need you. There's people that need you. Okay, I can't do it by myself. Okay, I can't do it by myself. Okay, it's so many people out here. Okay, and we can reach them all. We can reach them all if we all work together. If we all work together, we can reach them all. Okay, y'all, this is about elevation. This is about healing. This is about loving. This is about rising. Okay, this is about ascending. This is about becoming the best versions of ourselves. This is about living in peace. Okay, it's about more than the low vibrational things. Okay, the surface things. Okay, this is something deeper, something higher. Okay, something deeper, something higher. But with that being said, you guys, I love y'all. Okay, and I swear, I think I'm gonna be back a little bit later. Okay, I love you guys, and I am out. I gotta charge this thing.